So we're down to, or we're up to, however you want to put it, part 4, looking for sheds. But this is where it really gets fun, because if you're into shed hunting like we are, and we just recently got a new member of our family, old Dan is going to be helping us pick up sheds. But that's why I got you here, Waylon. Waylon's got 2 dogs, and your 2 dogs have been looking for sheds for how many years now?
My one's almost 5 and the other one's almost 3.
Gotcha. How many now? And we were talking about this earlier. What do you think the percentage is of more sheds that they find?
It kind of depends on the terrain that you're hunting. If you're in the timber, probably 50% more. I haven't got to take them in the corn and stuff like that, but I think it would be probably 70% more.
Right.
Because it's so hard to see. I mean, that's what you're looking at, corn stalks.
Right.
So in the wide open for like elk and stuff, they find a few more, but the timber is where they really get good, or thick stuff. But it's just a lot of fun watching them work. It's no different than taking them out bird hunting.
Yep.
When they smell one of these, they get as birdy as one on a pheasant.
Well, today was Dan's.
That's good terminology.
Dan's big day. He did not find that shed, but when I pointed it out to him, he picked it up, put it in his mouth, and he brought it over to me. So then we did find another one. It was an old one. I don't know where.
That one on the
right
end
here. And the only issue was this one. You can see is a 2-year-old shed. The grass had grown up, and he couldn't get it out of the ground. And he's just only 10 months old. Where Waylon's dogs are kind of veterans now. Dan is learning, and he couldn't pull it. It didn't easily pick up, so he was a little leery about grabbing it. But already today, we've pitched it back out in the grass and asked him to go find it. He goes and gets it and brings it back over. So by next year, we hope that Dan's going to be picking up sheds for us.
Next year, you'll be able to stay in the house and just tell Dan to go get them all.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Thanks, Jeremy Moore. We are hoping that we're going to get fat and happy sitting at the house while Dan finds all of our
that
sheds.
One's from the 80.
No, anyhow, we hope we gave you guys a few tips about picking up sheds.
That's the wide 80.
As you can see, it's just fun. I mean, it's a nice day, and he's at school, and we're out picking up sheds. And like I said, again, I don't want anyone to think that we picked all these up today. We didn't. We just brought them out here so we could show you some different ones. But someone's going to disagree with how or what we do. Send us your questions. Send us your thoughts on how you think we should pick up sheds. Let's talk about it. I promise you, if we don't know everything and we don't claim to know everything, we just like doing it. So if you got some tips that we can learn from, send them to us. We're willing to listen.
This is just Raised Hunting's opinion.
There you go. You're a moron, you know that? Huh? You're going to end up being a car salesman, I'm pretty sure. You know that?
I think this is the same deal.
I think you're like way off.
They look alike.
They don't look anything
They're
close
they're
to
both
alike.
white tails. That's about the only thing.
I think this is the same one.